is. We're good.
The last session we had.
It was interesting.
There we go. The last session we had, you came back to town, beat the hell out of a few people in a bar, while in addition to having a rogue mercenary wizard obliterate good portions of it with a fireball and explosive runes.
I don't remember any of that. I think I was taking a nap at the time.
You were quite unconscious at the time, probably. But after that, you discovered through means of, assisting Amon in seeing into the present and the past. You assisted him or he assisted you, I should say, in discovering what this place is called the Lone Tree, which turns out to be a fortress that is within sight of Crossway, but sort of hidden within a small mountainous area. A few people know what it is. You've discovered that Count Talon knows what it is. As such, thanks to him going to a ball with Ledger, you now have allies who are willing to assist you in heading to the Lone Tree. Eventually. They wish to get it done before the heir of the Urak hegemony comes to Crossway for the tournament, which is in a couple of weeks now. Time is slowly slipping away. In the meantime, you have time to yourself, essentially, and thus you have been spending it however you wished. Little else was done. Ledger and the Count are a quasi-item, it seems. But...
Okay, yeah, yes.
But
Don't
yes. And Ledger received a particular gift. But other than that, after a few days of, well, fun and excitement, I managed to get some rest for several days. Eventually coming down one morning, and it seems like it's starting to become a bustling day within the Golem's arm.
Ooh. At this point, did Trickery and Coat return?
Yes. Trigger and Coat returned about a day ago.
All right.
And we're saying I distributed the gift that I got at the ball, or no? I haven't given it to anyone yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I snuck into a room last night and I stole them.
You didn't know they were there to steal, dipstick.
I just always go into everybody's room and pick through you guys' pockets and stuff. So.
How are you not dead in an alley?
I have my room alarmed.
I am an awesome thief.
Okay, am I gonna have to set up a Rube Goldberg-esque bear trap to snap at the door every time?
Yes.
Oh, you killed me.
So
Aww.
I'm gonna find Arcanos and give him 5 gold, because I owe him that.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so.
I was partially
That was
kidding,
less than
but
5 minutes.
less than
That
8.
was-
Less than 8. I made it a weird number.
I placed a bet, and I have to stand by it. So,
To which I curl your hand back into it and I just say, "You're just buying me drinks for a while."
alright.
It was more of a fun experiment than an actual bet. But Sean, can I send letters out? Like, is there a legit courier postal service?
DM's dead.
Dramatic tension.
And I think don't we get free drinks at the Golem's Arm now?
Yeah,
Same.
but what if we go somewhere? Shh,
That's true.
Yeah.
we have like 5 gold.
Yeah, it's like I'm giving him a reason to hold on to it. Sean?
Oh, we lost Sean. He's dead.
Everyone take a corner. Let's PvP.
All right, let's go. Start over here.
I had to mute myself.
Oh.
There we go.
got a phone call.
Okay.
But excuse me.
God.
That's,
was all.
That he unmutes for.
that is in the recording
Well,
now.
that was me. That was me. Freaking
Figure it out.
nearly choking on my
Yikes.
drink. So
There you
Be
go.
careful.
anyway, I missed what you said because I had a random phone call. So
Is there a postal service or a designated courier service that I can send some letters out?
yes, there is couriers. There are messengers, and
Then
postal is sort of a thing. It's not like really
can I get
built in, but there are services available.
okay? Can I get a letter home or can I get a letter to someone specific?
Yes.
Okay, then I definitely want to try and first speed of time. I'm gonna send a letter to my brother, telling him what's going on, how I'm handling this, asking for a little bit of advice that he can give me since I'm out here, and lamenting on how some of my stuff got destroyed on my travels. And I'm going to send a letter to my friend, and I'm going to keep him nameless for right now, and tell him I'm doing okay. This is kind of like what I thought it was going to be, but a little weird. And I hope to see him soon. For expediency's
Okay,
sake.
so you're saying so your friend is Golvaris and you're evil. So,
Oh my god, the washing machine is turning on us.
yep.
I kid.
I don't think I could be
I
programmed.
like
for
that you're
evil.
believing the consummate liar.
He's not even the most charismatic. Wait, my charisma sucks. I believe him anyway. Yeah, definitely want to try and get those out. And would I believe I could try and make the quartet in the amount of time that we have? Would it be feasible?
You're
The
making
what?
a band?
The quartet.
Quartet is 4 barrels.
Yeah, the 4-barreled
Oh.
gun.
No, you absolutely could not make that in time.
Could I make another herald?
No. You would need at least a few weeks in order to make another gun.
Shit.
Did you break your old one?
No. But I can only do a shot every other turn.
Oh, the woes of a gunslinger.
Those of a gunslinger who has a gun that's half strength of the base one. Damn it. Shit. I'm out of luck then. Because there's no way I'm making the grapple gun, right? Or grapple crossbow.
Why did you mess that up?
What?
There's no way I'm making the grappling crossbow, right?
You'd need at least a week.
We don't have that.
No.
Can I make the petrol bombs?
Potentially.
Fuck it, I'll do that. I got the alchemist fire. Shit.
I'll keep the fire department on standby.
I will stay to an area that's mostly stone. I mean, it's like, if we're gonna go get sieged, I'd kind of like to be prepared.
Yeah.
I've got the
Go for
alchemist
it.
fire. I got some oil. I have some. I could get some wood grain alcohol. I assume. Clay container. Boom. We're done.
Don't say boom.
Well, these aren't going to explode. They're going to be more intense ass fire you can't get off you really easily.
You still said boom.
Yeah. Anyway.
He rolls a 1. Boom.
If you wish to try to make a petrol bomb, you're going to need to make an intelligence check.
Intel or tinkering?
Intel.
Fuck. Where is that? Oh.
Also, this would technically be alchemy as well, and not...
Oh, no. I'm not mixing the contacts. Should I clarify what I'm trying to do?
What are you trying to do?
Alchemist fire is already in a flask. I'm putting that flask in a container, taking the interior of that container with oil and alcohol, sealing it. So when I throw it, all of it breaks, and the alchemist fire isn't fucked with. Because I know I can't fuck with it. If it gets exposed to air, it ignites.
Alrighty then. Make an intelligence check.
Yeah, I assume that's a lot easier than what... Like, I'm not going to try mixing yet, not until I get a proper lab.
He's gonna drop it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You did.
It's alchemist fire. It's 4
Got it.
damage.
You're covered in it. You're covered in alchemist fire. Also.
You spend an evening of your 3 days that we sort of skipped over.
Okay.
You spend an evening trying to figure out the construction of this device. Can't quite get it in just the right way just yet.
He's
Okay.
trying to put the flask through a small hole. It's not working.
I actually thought of that. I'm just like, great, I'm gonna have to now file this damn thing down. It's like, motherfucker. Alright.
You were very lucky because they got rid of basically saying like, oh yeah, you can crit fail. Basically, whenever you roll 1, you just auto fail.
It doesn't work. Doesn't work worth a
Uh-huh.
damn. Okay.
Square peg, round hole.
Not unless we want to do with the crit failing
Hi,
thing.
Marta. Go. Hello. Goodbye.
What?
Goodbye.
Oh.
Ew.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Hello.
No,
Bye.
sorry. My dog just like lunged up on the bed to say hello and sneezed all over my laptop. So she's leaving now.
Bye.
Bye, Dougie. Alright, is that just the first day, or should I just keep going?
You can try it 2 more times.
Alright.
Here comes another one, guys.
I'm becoming proficient in intelligence. Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm going
Alright.
full papyrus.
You have a single prototype.
Ooh.
Now you can tinker it.
Yay! That adds 2 to my rolls. Alright.
Still a one.
Should I test the prototype then?
Well,
Just
tinkering is just sort of making sure that it works.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Really? Man, my rolls suck
Bomb
today.
Question mark?
Put a question mark next to it on your sheet, and we'll see what happens.
This one seems like it might work, but yeah, it's a question marked one.
Shit. Dagnabbit, damn it. Alright,
This is so riveting.
yeah. This is why I want to try this like beforehand, so I didn't have to bog down with this. So I was only able to make 1,
Yeah, you are currently only able to make 1, and it's got a question mark on it.
and I assume that took one of my alchemist fires.
Yep.
Alright. And I have no more time left.
Nope.
Fuck. Oh well, let's hope it works. I'm out.
And then you whiff on the throw.
Ooh, let me throw it.
I'm actually half tempted because he's at least better at it. He beats my dex by 2.
Probably.
I mean, that's pretty much my time. I can't make anything else, and you know, in my off time, I'll just go explore around the city, see what's there. Because I'm still new to Crossroad, you know. I don't know what shops are here.
Crossway.
Crossway. My other game has a Crossroads in it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well. Anyway, the sort of the day that we started with. Is there anything that anyone else wishes to do?
I didn't really plan anything. Should we like, do some intel on this Lone Tree place, or like more than we already have?
Or the book.
Anyone?
I'm crafting, but you know, it wouldn't hurt.
It would not hurt.
I mean, what? Where did this thing come from? Like, if we can get an idea of who used to own it, we can get an idea why someone else wants to own it.
I don't know. I didn't put very much thought into this because I thought I wasn't going to be here today.
I thought there were going to be more of us, so I thought we were going to like assault it this session or something. But
Nope.
I guess not.
We might make the walk there. But yeah, it wouldn't hurt to figure out something about it.
That seems dangerous, though. I don't want to fuck that.
Reconnaissance.
I got this.
Clang, 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 clang. Hello.
Well, with Tarek's stealth, and then if
Yeah.
I go invisible, and then Tree comes along, we could probably get some.
Maybe we shouldn't.
I'm going to protest pretty strongly to anybody sneaking in as a small reconnaissance force.
that didn't go so
Of any
well at
kind.
the bar.
Hey, who you calling small?
You. Yeah, we're not doing that. I don't
I-
really want to.
As you guys are sort of deciding at the bar what your next course of action is, the bar doors open, and Amon steps through. Calmly, though seems a little shakily, jerkily, walks to his usual table and slumps down. He doesn't seem to make much of an impression, but a few people take notice of his entrance. Someone, or Tia, walks by to take his order for a drink. And when she approaches, he just waves her off and seems like he's staring into the void.
Literally
Not a
or
word,
figuratively?
Someone said it.
He-
Okay, Ledger's gonna go over and make sure this isn't still left over from the vision, and like, is he okay?
And treat tags along.
Of course. I have an owl on my head. Sean.
You walk over to him, and as you walk over, he seems to pull something from an inner pouch in his
Oh no.
cloak and immediately just shovels it into his mouth.
Is that more magic? The concentrated magic?
Amon doesn't seem to actually hear you for a moment before he looks at you a little slowly. What did you just say?
Are you alright?
Am I? And the moment he just seems to stop, everything freezes, and all of you just notice that everything turns black.
What?
Am I still in this room?
Okay, this is not good.
Like, as in everything goes dark, or everything?
As in, everything goes black. You guys can see each other, but everything else is gone.
Amon is still there with us, or he's gone too?
Oh,
He's
Oh, so
gone.
we're like in some kind of void then.
So I don't know what's going on, but I'm readying my weapons.
Yeah, Ledger draws.
Like,
Ledger draws her sword and tosses everyone their earrings real fast.
I
Put them on, they're a gift.
I Robocop my pistol out.
I look at mine strangely and then shove it into my ear hole.
You like look at it, and as it goes into your hand, the cusp sort of turns into a small little. It turns into like a ring that you can actually like hook onto one of your scales.
Okay.
Oh, it's not like an earbud. Like
Yeah.
he's wearing your
Do
wig.
is this one size equivalent to my ear?
It
Because
as soon as you touch it, it basically turns to your size.
okay.
Ooh, pretty.
Is this a clip-on, or do I need to pierce it real quick?
And similar, well, I mean, it literally is sort of like an ear cuff. You can
Okay.
slide it over.
Oh, so it goes around the back, kind of like a hearing aid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I open up my rear hatch. I put it in my audio slot. Close it.
Oh, you need an adapter.
I don't worry. I'm programmed for European.
It's just an aux cable.
Driver is incompatible.
Yep.
Doubling new drivers.
Ah, damn the ethereal net.
His eyes start spinning.
The you see the blackness seem to fade for a moment, and once more you find yourselves outside of Crossway.
The hell?
Only
What?
it is not a Crossway that you recognize, mainly due to the fact that it is a smoldering, burning husk of itself.
By
Oh,
the
great. You missed your
nine.
tinkering check again.
It's like in my vision.
What?
You had a vision too?
Vision?
I didn't mean to say that. That's nothing.
Did you say that?
We have earrings now. We ultra heard you.
Hey guys, apparently she had a
No,
vision.
we have to use those, right?
I don't know.
I don't
Or-
think they're-
doesn't matter.
Trick sighs and says, "I had a vision. Okay, I don't want to talk about it."
Okay.
All right. Will Amon talk about why a heavily fortified city now lies in ruins, burnt to the
You missed your
ashes?
tinkering check.
He's not here at the moment.
Let's let the DM speak about it.
You
Well,
behind you, you hear sort of a clanking,
oh no.
a sort of figure in armor. You can tell just
Oh.
based off the gate.
All right. Turn
As
180.
you turn, you see that there is what appears to be a young blonde man in full golden resplendent armor. Surrounding him are thousands upon thousands of similarly golden armored individuals, each of them with face masks and helmets that conceal them entirely.
Oh, do they look anything like the guys we've been fighting before? Like if they got a color palette swap?
No, we've seen these guys before.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
On our way to the ruins the first time.
Oh, I wasn't there for that,
Yeah.
was I?
I
No.
don't recall.
Okay, DM, what else?
Yep, go where.
We're staring at an army.
The blonde man appears and he walks closer to you, through you,
Yeah.
for grinning at the burning, broken city. He says, "It's good that these mongrels now learn their lesson. Next stop we have the Alliance, I believe. They'll learn that my father's power cannot be stopped." He seems to sort of... Something catches his attention. And he looks and he stares at what would be you guys, essentially. Just looks in your direction. And he shakes his head. He raises a sword to the air. He goes, "We burn this region for Urak, and everything shall be ours." There's a great cheer that goes throughout the army before once more they charge into the broken city.
Okay.
And then you return to the bar, and everyone's just kind of looking at you because you all suddenly drew your weapons. And Amon has his head in his hands, and he seems like he's breathing a little raggedly.
History check
Ledger-
on Ulrak and the Alliance.
Alliance is the Kerala Alliance, or X the Golden City.
Isn't Urak the prince that's coming?
One of them.
Oh shit.
Alright, Ledger sheaths her sword and just kind of glances around at the group before going the rest of the way to Amon and asking, like, what the heck are you doing visioning again? This is
Meanwhile,
dangerous.
I draw my weapons and kind of turn to the crowd. Anyone who's looking at it, I should say, it's nothing, just a little bit of paranoia. And,
Roscoff just like shrugs his shoulders and continues cleaning while the other guys are like, whatever, weirdos.
and
I
turned
Robocop my
around.
gun.
Was that Gilgamesh?
I may or may not have based Marduk's son off of Gilgamesh.
Alright.
Also, I may have named him Gilgamesh as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said Prince Gilgamesh of the God Kings. Oh.
I don't know,
Also,
so this is
sure
all just
Gilgamesh
like...
was the son of Marduk, if I
Yep.
recall, but
Prince Gilgamesh, son of Marduk. Yep.
Yep.
That's what I got.
I thought so.
Son of the big red dog?
Not what?
Took you a second, but you got it.
Clifford,
Idiot.
Wait.
Clifford and Marmaduke.
No,
Big
the other big dog that wasn't actually too big.
That was Marmaduke, the Great Dane.
There we go.
Mud. Okay.
Anyway,
It's funnier in my head.
so that happened. The whole time we were in that vision, I was like poking these things, and it was going through them. It was weird.
Yeah.
So it was the town we saw Crossway.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that was sort of obviously Crossway, only it looked like it had been sieged to hell and back.
Could we
First-
tell if this was in the near future or like how long?
Could
this
we
was-
see the stars?
No,
Yes.
it was a day.
It was a
could-
day in the future.
No, it was a day.
I was gonna say we got some work, guys.
Yeah. No, I couldn't like look at the stars to determine like its date.
No.
I tried.
Trick marches over to Amon and says, like, how did you see that? Do you work for him too?
Him.
Him?
Yes, him.
Okay.
That
Be
damn
dark.
trickster.
Juan looks up and seems to attempt to look around. You can see that below his blindfold that his eyes appear to be bleeding, actually.
Medical attention.
He refused
work-
it last time.
I don't work for anyone. I simply have these gifts, much as I don't want them.
All right. What sparked your?
Fine then. I believe you.
Amon, what would make you do this again after it went so horribly last time?
Thank you.
What makes you think it ever goes well?
What drives you to continue to do it then?
What drives you to read a book? I have to know.
I can't fault the man on that logic. I can't.
Alright, Ledger stands up and turns to the group and just goes, should we be going to Talon with this?
If you'll believe, he'll believe it. Why not?
I don't know.
Believed
Would
him.
we be going to your boyfriend with this?
she cuts him a glare.
In the midst of this, like, oh my god, the Alliance is being attacked, my home, I smile at Tarek's joke. And then I figure someone should know. I don't know who.
Then we go to Talon.
Yeah,
We're
Talon
not-
was gathering allies for us.
Yeah, we're not gonna
so-
take an army on by ourselves. I don't think.
Certainly
Oh.
not.
We can try.
And the more time that they have, the more resources they can gather. Time is of truly the essence now.
But I figured Talon might believe us. I feel like no one else would. What reason do they have to believe the Ruach is planning things? What reason do we have to believe that this vision means anything?
Well, we were basing ourselves off of the fact that the first one was believable. Why
Yeah.
would we discount this one and not that one?
Could we tell where we were in the vision?
You were, like, in the northeast.
Near where the lone tree would be?
No, that is, I believe, in the other direction.
Huh, alright.
I believe so.
No.
I might...
Yeah, it's to the northwest.
Northwest,
yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Northwest.
Oh,
Yes!
whether
I didn't mess that up.
whether the vision matters or not, it's a cause for concern if it does. So,
Better safe than sorry.
yeah.
And I'm sure that if Ledger tells Talon, he'll believe us.
She
I
cracks
accident-
him on the back of the head with an open hand hit.
I accidentally step on Tarek's left foot. All 326 pounds of me.
Oh god.
Not enough for the
Good
joke
try.
slap? Come on.
Might as well put a
Can-
Lego under his
Can
leg
I
at
roll
this point.
initiative against the washing machine?
It was an accident, I swear.
Uh-huh.
Alright, come on. We need to get to Talon quickly.
Yes, please.
You travel your way off to the northern district, and you see that
Oh.
the guards are a little more alert at Talon's estate, and they halt you before you enter.
I thought I had a standing invite.
I'm sorry, miss. The Count is actually not here right now.
Have you
What
his
called
current
him back?
location?
One of his, periodically he will dress in,
What?
civilian garb,
Oh.
and he will go into usually the eastern district and start distributing, food, rations, various, amounts of gold, depending upon a family's need.
Man,
And
he's nice, a lord, skilled. Ledger, you got yourself a good one.
There's gotta be something wrong
do I have
with
to
him.
step on your foot now too?
She shoots another glare that direction this time, and she turns before turning to the rest of the group. Do we want to go look for him in the Eastern District?
We need to.
Yes, we need to find him.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she turns back to the guard and says, "If he returns before we find him, you must tell him it's imperative that he speaks with us immediately." And off we go.
The guard gives a nod. "It shall be done, miss."
Thank
Gives you a bow.
She nods back, and off they go.
Oh boy.
All right, make an investigation check.
Ah, damn it.
All
Doing
of us?
rolls.
I was actually gonna ask if I could buy a magic item for just this sort of occasion.
21.
got this.
Fuck.
I got this.
Me and Tarek are like, well, you see, he could be right there.
I'm
It
not
takes
used
you
to
a little
being
bit
in the
of-
common districts. I will acknowledge this.
It's my knowledge of the streets.
It takes you a little bit of time, but after a moment, you do find 3 men who are sort of standing. I would sort of at this point standing alone, though there are a few people who are walking away from that at this point. One of them you can easily recognize as Talon, despite his more humble demeanor now.
I hope
And the other 2 you can see as very likely 2 of his guards who simply dressed up along with him in order to make sure that he was safe.
I hold the party before we get too close. And said,
Do what?
I stop us from getting too close so we don't blow his cover. And I say, it would probably be best if we spoke to him without his civilian garb. Or without him in civilian garb. We wouldn't want to spoil what he's trying to do here. Trickery. I believe you mentioned you had the spell of message.
Oh yeah, sure.
Can you ask him to meet us somewhere reclusive?
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Hearing a voice enter your mind, telling like, "Hey, meet me in that dark alley over there."
He
got
won't
some
know
good
it's from
stuff.
you.
Can you okay, I don't know how a message works, but could you like channel it through Ledger and use her voice?
I don't know. Can I use
I think he knows
can I
all
just
of us.
What is the
change
description
my
for
mental
message?
voice or like
What is the description for message?
my book?
Pulling up the
Let's see.
app. I believe it's like
I
sending
asked
and they
you
know
that
who
question
sent
instead of
it.
doing it myself because I'm eating.
You
Yeah.
point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. Only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Oh.
Huh?
Well, can she use her I don't know, thaumaturgy or something to change her voice inside
That's
her?
what I was thinking.
Couldn't she just name drop the party?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah?
like, I'm
Or
thinking,
just you. Or just
Like
you.
we know he's working with us, you know.
Or we could just stand off counter and just tell him to look this way.
Okay, where do we want him to meet us then?
Just somewhere where he doesn't have to blow his cover if he doesn't have to.
Should I tell him to like meet us back at the Golem's Arm then, or?
Or how about just like,
Actually,
down an
yeah,
alley
that could-
here?
Oh, all right.
Like,
Well, where else would we find like a?
I mean, there's
I-
ruins all over the place here.
yeah, it's like,
Like, we could just find one of those.
just give him an excuse to walk away so it doesn't ruin what he's doing.
I do know an almost uninhabited bar that's almost a little smoldering.
Oh, is that?
Might
That
be.
was in this district.
All right, so send him to the Goblin's Rest.
Okay, I point my finger at Lord Talon, and I message him and say, Talon, this is Lilting Disharmony.
Mhm.
A trick from Lilting Disharmony. We need to speak to you over at the Goblin's Rest. It's urgent.
After a moment, you see he just seems to stiffen as he gets the message. And then looks around a little bit before he whispers back, I'll meet you back at your tavern. The
Gold's
bar you're talking about was burned down recently.
Oh,
Oh,
We have
we
no
never
idea.
told him!
Shit.
I
Okay.
messaged back, oh, really? I wasn't aware of that. Sure.
it wasn't. No,
The
when we
Golem's
were
Arm
there,
will be fine.
it was not burned down when we were there. Those guards did it.
That is true. That is true. It
Alright.
technically wasn't burnt down. It was burning down.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I remember we stomped it out, and I went over to the barkeep. I was like, "Look, man, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Maybe he just burned it the rest of the way down and left it.
You burn it for the insurance money.
Whatever. I'm
Back to the Golem's Arm.
okay.
Yeah, let's head back.
Oh my god.
I don't remember where the Golem's Arm is.
Southern District.
I promise this is a smart idea.
Why do all the guards seem like asses?
Because they all are! All the guards are mercenary groups!
Ditch his guards.
Well, they were
True.
cleaning up a mess. They got rid of the bodies, burned the place down. No evidence.
Covering up our crimes.
Killing the only witness.
Isn't that their job, covering up our crimes?
Basically.
This brings policing the brass to a whole new level.
So, to the Golem's Arm.
Yep. You guys return to the Golem's Arm, and about 10-15 minutes later, Talon walks in with his 2 guards. His 2 guards immediately go to the bar where Baraskov serves them rather graciously. And Talon moves to you guys.
Oh boy.
He sits down and goes, "What's so important that you actually sought me out for this thing?"
Pushes Ledger forward.
He quirks an eye at your behavior, but just sort of shrugs it off.
Yeah, it's like it's not hostile. I'm just like puts my hand back, pushes her forward, takes a step back.
Schmuck.
He's your
I
friend.
wish it mattered that I could step on your foot. Okay, so she tells Talon about the vision that they kind of all got accidentally sucked into a little while ago.
Talon sort of looks at you a little questioningly, or he gives a nod and just seems to think about it. We already have reports from our messengers who are returning with the prince that he is bringing 4 members of his retinue with him, not an army.
We don't know how far into the future this was, but is there any reason to think that it could be coming this quickly? Like, what reason would there be? I don't know anything about this prince. I don't know what to think.
From what we know of Uruk, which is unfortunately little for such a aggressive nation, is that they have been expanding for years at this point. The moment Marduk took over, he installed his theocracy and started to spread his message.
Theocracy.
When you have a god king, it's going to be a theocracy.
Oh boy. Eminent domain.
In essence, he's been moving along slowly into this region. Any villages that he comes across, most of the time they acquiesce to becoming part of the hegemony. Very little I've heard changes, only that they wish that they build a shrine to Marduk and move on. There have been rumors of certain villages refusing, but it's all hearsay at this point.
We've seen evidence of this between here and Argusius' place, right?
No.
I thought
No.
that was,
You saw them
them.
killing orcs.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a smoldering village.
It was. They were killing orcs in the smoldering village.
Yeah.
Well, then why was the village smoldering? Was that the orcs?
Orcs.
Okay, never mind.
And orcs aren't a player race right now, so they're just pure bad guys.
Well, I just put it together. I thought that they were. Continue.
He seems a little more hesitant to go along with you guys at this point. The hegemony, we have rumors that they have destroyed people, but so far it seems very unknown.
Oh, the old
However, based off of what messengers have given us, the prince is very likely as full of himself as you might expect him to be.
Yeah.
In any case, it's
Shifting.
unimportant.
Is I don't want to try and pronounce the name. A blind dude around?
Amun.
Amon. Yeah.
No,
Suspect.
he appears to have
No.
either walked to a room or walked away because he's not there.
He went to another bar and gave visions to another set of adventurers. Really nice.
I predict Crystal Pepsi will make a return.
No.
No.
Well, that cuts down on my plan. Continue your conversation.
What was your plan?
To just bring him over here. Literally, like, pick him up and bring him over here.
Eh? Well, It's not like he's disbelieving us. Just we don't have any evidence.
And that's fine. But I'm also sitting here trying to connect the dots between the first vision and this vision, or if they're two different problems raining hell down upon Crossway.
Yeah.
Like, do they sound connected even remotely? Am I missing something?
The Lone Tree is a fortress, 4 thrones, a big shadowy dude. This is an army.
Well,
Burning Crossway and their next target, the Alliance.
But we don't know what order these things happen in.
We don't.
Oh, damn it, Amon. Get your shit together.
if I may,
Yes.
well, a fortress is a good place to garrison a militant force. It would not be unheard of for, if ill intentions were made, to use the fortress as a fortress, a storage place.
What direction is Urak in?
It's in the northeast.
Northeast?
Where the lone tree is.
No, that's not.
No, that's
west.
northwest.
Wait,
That's
God
northwest.
damn it. So the
We already had this conversation.
Yeah, my bad.
I know.
My bad.
I'm terrible at this.
No, the Uruk, he would just take what he wants. He wouldn't use bandits and steal stuff, raids. He would just take it.
I mean, we don't.
Be all secretive about it, would he?
You could fortify your forces with bandits. I mean, they'll do anything for
Who
money.
says it's a
And
secret?
mercenaries, though. I guess.
I was only speaking of it would be a decent place to store an army.
Yeah.
Right, but
Proceeding
we know
to an
that's where the
attack.
mercenaries are storing all of their crap.
I don't know what to think. I do believe that it's probably not going to happen anytime towards this tournament.
Or
There's
it could happen in something could happen at the tournament that
Yeah, see,
causes him to
this was
summon
my
the army.
first. This is my first problem when we were talking about this tournament was, especially this one. It's going to be bigger than any we've seen before.
Mhm.
There's a good chance someone's making a target out of it.
There's a good chance that we do something that causes this. Maybe we were given this vision to put us on alert that we shouldn't be our usual selves and cause problems.
So what do we do? Just sit around and wait?
Talon gives you a shrug and says, when you're talking about the future, it's quite simply, it's fungible. There's a reason that seers always prefer to look into the past or the present. Prophesying is a nigh impossible act to do accurately.
Maybe we should, think about duct taping Code's mouth shut, because it could cause problems at the tournament. Does he really need that to fight?
yes.
His mouth might be the only thing garnering support at the tournament,
Yeah, that's true.
and that sort of is. But
At this time, there's very little we can do.
We just
Oh,
wanted to keep Talon informed. I don't want this to go to hell because he didn't know something.
I guess our only course of action is to. I mean, what we have right now is we can go to Lone Tree and try to find out if there is some kind of connection. But
Yeah.
That is a dangerous prospect to go.
yeah, as far as I'm aware, there are like a ton of them there, and I don't want to risk any of us going there. So.
we can take them. We
Eh.
don't know that there's a ton of them there.
Well, considering Talon wants to send us in with like a group,
He did actually suggest
we go in
the other-
first.
he suggested the other night that the other option, that rather than waiting for the allies, is we go in the same way. We go in the back and there's a force out front, but the force out front would be so severely depleted, being his own guards, that it would just be for distraction purposes. We wouldn't have any substantial backup there. We'd have, I think he said maybe half a dozen or a dozen guards.
So we're going in alone anyway.
Well, we're going in alone. Anyway.
That's if we're going in the back way, but we would have more backup if we waited.
Yeah, the
Coming in the
idea
front.
the idea is more backup and hopefully more survival on the allies' part,
Okay. Do
so
we
we
care
don't just
about
lose
his
12 guards.
allies?
I mean, their lives.
Well, how long till this backup arrives?
Well, that was what everybody wanted to. We were like, waiting to we were waiting to gather up these forces, but they wanted it done before the tournament, I thought they said.
So we
Yeah,
might have
they
to.
do, but they also specifically said they were just like there's going to be some time in order for everyone to gather everything.
Yeah, so do we want to just tell them, get what you can and send whoever you can, or do we want to wait? Do we want to name a day? What do we want to do?
I don't think we want to rush it.
Well,
Well, I don't want to rush it either, but
by the same token, the more we wait, the more they can garrison their opposing forces.
Well,
They may
true.
not know that we know what we know now, but if we act upon what we know that they know that we don't know that we know, we might
Oh
be able
my
to take
God.
them by
Hold on.
surprise.
Oh no, it's just speaking in riddles again.
Hold on.
Did any
I'm not-
guys get away from that last fight?
two
Two?
guards
Okay.
that were outside never made it in. They just ran.
No, didn't the
So
guards
They
grab
already
him?
know we're coming.
Well, they know that that particular little outcropping got hit. We don't know if they were even told to go to Lone Tree yet.
I thought the guards grabbed those two.
No, there were two that ran off up to the north past the wall. Like, they blew up
Yeah.
the southeast corner, and these guys ran north up that wall and got away, as far as I was
Oh.
aware.
Okay. Well, and Zol got out. I don't know what part he has to play, but
Oh,
He doesn't strike me
mouth?
as
Oh
someone
yeah,
who would
let's go hunt
really
down Zol.
The-
You think that's a good idea?
I want to punch him in the face.
I am
Do you really think that's good?
actually, young Trickery, that may not be a terrible plan at all.
We
Just
don't have any.
You
We
guys
don't have any real leads. Everyone who was paying him in that place is dead.
yes,
Yeah.
but we don't know
He's-
who's
Yeah, but
been...
all we have to do is ask around about the insane wizard mercenary guy, and everyone will know who we're talking about.
He also cast one spell and one glyph trap and knocked us out. Two of us out. So you guys want to go in there with just, what, 5 of us?
I mean 5v1 isn't bad odds.
Especially, sure. If it just means he can fireball twice.
The problem is he seemed like the wealthy sort, and wealthy sort tend to have bodyguards, and
Who
bodyguards
says-
tend to do damage.
Who even
And-
spoke of combat?
Well, what else are we gonna do?
You wanted to make him an
Assassination.
ally, didn't you?
Oh my god! I'm not
He is a
paying that.
sellsword. He sings for gold. If we procured the funds, we might even just be able to pay for the information that we seek.
I am parting with any gold.
Yeah,
I turned-
sorry, shiny stuff. No.
I turn to Talon and say, "Well, thank you for at least coming and hearing us out. I'm sorry to keep you away from your duties."
He shrugged. It's fine.
What other leads do we have right now? Honestly?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Then we either look for Vol or we go to Lone Tree. Like, those strike me as our only two options right now.
What if we don't lead an assault force? We just do some reconnaissance of Lone Tree.
That's what I'm saying. We won't get near enough to be like attacked. We'll
Right.
just get close enough that we can
How far away is it?
look at it.
Based off of what you know, Lone Tree is actually kind of far out there.
Ugh.
It's like 2 or 3 days travel.
Oh
Really?
shit!
You can
By
see it
horse?
from here, and it's too. God.
It's it's part of a fairly decently sized mountain.
Yeah, it's like it's not that it's far away. It's that you have to climb a damn mountain.
What?
So that means we gotta leave earlier than we expected.
Yeah, we should leave now because if we don't leave
Okay,
now,
so the tournament's within
Back to
2
the
weeks, right?
I said it's one of the couple of weeks.
Okay.
He's
so
keeping it
tournament's in
ambiguous for us.
a couple of weeks.
Well, a couple is too.
Yeah.
Well,
It
yeah.
could be fudged, but
Okay,
Yeah.
so
and think of it as like 3.5 weeks.
oh,
okay, so what
We
do we
got
do for the
time.
next week?
so we've got a little bit of time, but we want to leave. Yeah, 3.5 weeks. We can leave at any time, really, as long as we're not procrastinating till the last day. So
So we need to think of something to do today that we have a lead. I mean, what are we gonna do?
There were no more leads from that tavern that we
so
destroyed.
so yeah, the tavern, it's completely burned down.
Yeah, it was owner's thing.
Oh,
He
Insurance
collected the
can't-
insurance money.
insurance.
A specific fight, which I believe you had a hand in.
We have
oh,
no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
yeah, it was us. I gave him
Silence.
some money.
Paladin.
Dude, I gave that guy money, and now he's collecting insurance.
There is no insurance. He simply decided to burn it down and move on.
Fair.
used her money to buy a better place.
I feel like it was just giving up. Like, God, everything's gone. I'm done.
I'm in the
Hey.
wrong district.
Yeah, maybe he's in a better district now. You know what? I'll keep that in my heart.
He's in a better place.
He bought a better place. He's in the
The
Lone
tavern in the sky.
Artax, I would love to see the color of the sky in the world you live in.
Okay,
It's pretty.
So are we going to Lone Tree for recon or no?
We do have plenty of time to go there, just recon the place, and come back.
It
sure
couldn't.
we could encounter some random battle on the way.
We're
Right,
taking.
and if we if we get there and we find that we need to move now, we can send a message to Talon.
But what courier? Like,
I don't know. We say can somebody find me a small boy, and
Oh God!
I step on the other foot.
hey, Eric, you're a small boy.
Yeah, I put directly at Tarek. I'm like, I found one.
wait, what's the range on these earrings?
200, 300 feet or something like that.
Uh,
I'd
Enough
assume
that we don't
Sean-
have to shout to go to shout range.
Look,
is-
worst comes to absolute worst. We stick a parchment in Treat's mouth, and Treat flies off to Talon and tells him we're all dead.
Treat can only be within 100 feet of me.
damn it! I was just gonna ask that.
Ah,
familiars
That's
are.
why I suggested it.
Okay, so this is when we get a hireling and take him with us, and
Find
We
me
just-
a real bird.
are there ravens?
A talisman
I-
of the crow is what you want.
I'm afraid. You know, my town's been listening this whole time. What do you think of us doing?
Just bickering amongst them.
I like. Yeah.
He scratches the back of his head for moments. Quite frankly, I wouldn't even go near that place at this point in time.
See, guys.
This is the
Okay,
DM
so-
suddenly telling us it's a bad idea.
Do you know?
Hey.
Do you know any place where we
No
can go
metagaming.
for
Shush.
Yeah.
for a place?
sorry. What was that question that got covered over with laughing?
I was asking Talon if he knew a place we could just slaughter some boars for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, level up.
we are not South Parking this.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'd rather not slaughter innocent animals, Tarek.
Also, that wouldn't work anyway. But
Well, what the hell do we do, guys?
Tarek, it's time for the crossway job.
The crossway job.
Alan scratches the back of his head. Maybe you could, I don't know. Maybe you could petition the Tower of the Elements, try to get them to scry on the area.
Ooh,
We do that?
I'm down.
They're kind of tight-fisted when it comes to magical use, but
I have very good intimidation.
Can we not
I'm a
intimidate
great liar.
people
work
who can make our
better
heads
with
explode?
vinegar in this case. But you do what you do. You're
I can
pretty good at it.
I'm persuading. And then just a quick question: do you know anyone by the name of the Great Zol?
Oh, yeah.
The great and powerful Zol.
The Great and
Oh
Powerful.
dear.
Kind of looks like a powder puff on two legs.
You want to punch him in the face?
Talon closes his eyes, puts his hand on his face, breathes a deep sigh.
He knows
It's your
him.
brother, isn't it?
I've heard of Zol. He's fairly well known in Crossway as a mercenary. Also potentially psychotic.
Yeah, we got that much.
I thought he was a good guy. I liked him.
At
You
the very
napped.
least, at the very least, he doesn't do anything unless someone pays him for it.
Yeah, we got that too.
We know all that too well from
Okay,
The
new
Goblin's
plan.
Rest.
Get all the gold in Crossway. That way nobody can pay him.
Yes. I like
Oh
this.
my God!
I like this. Let's go. Where do we start? Northern District or two?
Well,
Or
if
go-
if he's a mercenary, I feel like he won't exactly do it all. That I can't words. He won't hunt us down.
Maybe
He
we
got
can pay
paid.
him, and he could be the backup. He could stand in the front of the fortress. He could take out at least 30 guys.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about him. I do like the idea of the Tower of the Elements, though.
Yeah, I doubt we could afford Zol even if we could tolerate him that long.
I would refuse to pay him.
Maybe we can just find him and rob him.
Okay, calm down.
Well, this time we check our traps.
To the tower it is. Because we're not letting Eric do that.
Yeah.
As we're walking to the tower, I want to give Tarek the speech of like, we're also doing random jobs for money, right? Like, it's not that different from him and us.
Notice how I'm not hostile towards him at all.
So,
Granted, I didn't get burned by him, literally and
sure,
figuratively.
he might be making questionable decisions as to who he works for, but who are we to judge, really? Well, I guess a paladin, but that's besides the point.
It's like, dude, you're digging your own hole.
That's besides
Alright.
No. Dig up, stupid.
So are we actually going to the tower right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys depart from the golem's arm, parting
Bid
ways with
Talon
Talon as
adieu.
he returns to the Eastern District. And then you go to, it'd be over here, just about, a rather sprawling tower that has a small little marketplace open in front of it, selling small little magical trinkets.
Ooh, I'm gonna go over there.
And
Ooh, shiny stuff.
at the front of the tower is a armored figure that sort of looks like he has robes integrated into his armor. But he's just standing there, crossed arms, just sort of keeping a key eye on proceedings.
When we left Talon at the Golem's Arm, could I notice if he, I don't know, kind of looked at Ledger's butt while she was walking away?
Oh, for God's sake!
Gave her a wink, maybe blew her a kiss.
No,
Hip
he
check?
actually seemed to just go right back to what he was doing.
I step on his third
Oh,
leg.
that's hard.
Ledger, that's cold. I'm sorry.
I pat Ledger consolingly on the shoulder.
Ledger face palms and just.
Ledger remembers the one day she spent with Talon, and it's just like, you people have no idea.
She's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions.
We're not talking about this anymore. Okay, who's talking to the guards?
I think Hardtack should talk to the guy.
No, okay.
That or the magic user.
Trick marches up to him and says, "I want to speak to the man in charge."
Oh God.
Hello, as I get pushed away.
Yeah.
The man looks to you, and you can see it's sort of an older gentleman, big, sort of graying beard, and looks down at you and says, Alamand the Splendid will see no one at this time. He is busy with great magical feats.
Can I reach up and tug his beard?
You're too short.
I'll lift Tarek up.
You know, it's probably for the best. I don't want to mess with a magician who's known for sugar's replacements.
What?
What?
Splendid.
Ha ha ha. You're funny.
No, you're not.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Is there someone other than him that can help us, or is it just the one dude in the whole tower?
Alamand is the head of the Tower of Elements. We are all his apprentices.
Can we talk to the most sketchy, maybe
Oh God.
someone who might work for money?
Or no money.
He
Or no money.
glares at you for a moment. We do not know where Zol is. He has
So you work for them.
been from the Tower of Elements.
You should check the You should check the Goblin's Arm or whatever the hell.
The
it was.
Goblin's-
Goblin's Rest.
It's burnt down.
Exactly.
In any case, he and Alamand have a rivalry, so to speak.
Hmm.
Oh, good. So do I. We can be buddy buddy.
We must speak to Alan about.
Is there any way I can convince this guard to let us through, like persuade him or something?
You can attempt to persuade him.
Yes, I will attempt to.
Oh yeah.
18's decent. Pretty please.
He looks at you for a few moments. And says, what do you want in the tower?
Yes.
Like we have like choice of anything? We can just take stuff.
No.
Oh no.
Know what you want, you fools.
we need some scrying done.
Scrying, you say? Well, it just so happens you are talking to the man who is in charge with scrying.
Oh, that was you.
Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, speak up.
Because I am overlooking the marketplace. You have been acting the fool.
Are you scrying in marketplace at this time? Or-
I am.
Alright. Everyone quit scrying. Okay, we need
I can charge lightning through my fingertips. If there is anything you want, please tell me.
Can you do that without fingertips?
Okay, stop, Tarek. And I
By the way, I'm not near them.
Ledger grabs Tarek and just like holds like one arm around his neck and the other one over his mouth. Like, shut up, little moron.
out of character, we want to scry the Lone Tree place, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, alright. We would like a scry on the fortress to the, was it northwest or northeast?
Yeah,
I
northwest.
don't remember it.
Northwest.
um,
The man
one-
stretches his beard for a moment. To scry a fortress to the northwest.
I mean, I think you can, like, look,
Interesting.
if you just look that way, I think you can see it. Like-
Yeah.
We could see the mountain that it is part of, but it has been long since abandoned. I assume, based off of your look, that something has taken root.
We have reason to believe so, yes.
Very well. You may come with me into this tower, and we shall scry.
I definitely want to join them, but was I able to find the item?
What are you looking for?
Um,
You keep saying I'm looking for certain stuff.
I put it in
Looking for a
chat. I put it in
magnifying
chat to not
glass.
interrupt. Lenses of minute seeing.
No.
Damn.
No.
I follow.
By the way, if it's gonna be minute seeing, could you capitalize that as part of the name? I thought you meant to let you see something for a minute.
Yeah, same. I was like, what?
Fuck.
Blind sight?
A lens of minute seeing.
That's what I thought it said. Okay, sorry, we're inside the
Learn
tower.
how to read a watch.
Oop.
You walk into the tower and you can see
Wait for
that it
me,
is
wait for
a
me.
bustling place of magical learning. There's plenty of apprentices who are skittering here and there with books, and a few people who are practicing spells on the base floor before you pass by that and start going down into the ground.
Smells like my brother's
Oh.
room.
Ledger
Oh.
becomes visibly uneasy, but like tries to steel herself.
Oh, man, I'm
Eventually,
so tempted to perform a Scanlan and just go invisible.
I'm so
eventually,
tempted to start grabbing books randomly and throwing them in the bag of holding.
I'm still holding you, man. You can't do anything.
I hate to
have
break it
feet,
to you.
I can do this.
The bard has the bag of holding.
yeah.
Aww.
Eventually you're taken down to a room which has a large pool of water. It's probably like 10 feet radius.
Tarek starts fidgeting.
It's
'cause he does
pretty
not
big.
laugh.
How deep does it look?
Looks like you could easily grab a coin out of it if you reach down,
Oh, okay.
but there are no coins. It is just like a very silvery pool of water. It looks almost perfect outside of the fact that you can't see the bottom, but like if you reach down and touched it, it's like you can easily feel the stone surface below it.
Alright, cool. You guys have an indoor pool?
I
don't
would
think
not
that's quite it.
recommend that in the slightest.
The man says, "Now, we do charge for this service." And he holds out a hand. "It will be 500 gold."
Look.
How about 100?
I understand. This is a service that requires.
Aw.
Yeah, this is a service that requires some coin, but we are. Let's just say we spent a lot of it recently. Could it be maybe 400?
Make a persuasion.
Hello.
Uh,
Charisma, don't fail me now.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Trickery and I just both looked at you like, what?
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
He looks at
It's
you
the
all.
other way.
If you don't have the coin, then perhaps you should go find work for it.
It's fine.
But a
I take out.
moment.
Can I go back through like where all the apprentices and stuff are and try to pick pockets?
I'm still holding you.
Pick his own
Let
pocket.
me go. Let me go.
I take 500 gold and just give it to him. It's fine.
He
Um,
Whoa.
counts it for a moment, puts it away.
Terry,
Excellent.
Take it back.
I'm still holding
Still
him.
held here. Can I struggle? Can I get away?
You can make an athletics check.
Okay.
Does that
I'm
mean I have to
sure-
make one too?
Yep.
I'm giving Ledger my manacles.
Damn it. I do have the
Wait, no, he's a halfling. They don't work on him.
we don't need to.
Ah.
All right.
This is too strong! These man hands! Damn it!
That could not have gone better. No, this makes perfect sense because she's gripping him a little tighter because she really, really, really doesn't want to be underground.
And
This is awesome.
Oh.
the man looks at you and says, in any case, I will start the ritual. Due to the nature of it, I will not really be able to see myself, but you will if you look into the pool.
Very well.
I will be channeling all of my arcane might to pierce the veil.
Now he sounds like my brother.
Actually,
He puts his hands out, and you can see runes begin to glow around this pool before the water begins to spin slowly, like a very small very shallow whirlpool. He chants. Slowly, the lights, the small candles within the area dim. And eventually, the pool begins to calm and glow. And you can see the fortress, which you've been calling the Lone Tree. There are lights going along all around the ramparts. And you can see a few men who are sort of loitering around. There's probably about 10, 15 guards on the walls, so there's... doesn't appear to be that many.
Can I take a close look?
After a moment,
Oh.
pushes him in.
the scribe pushes further into the base, and you can see there are at least 200 to 300 men as you're sort of wandering, or well, sort of like pushing through the base. You're seeing 200 to 300 men who are just sort of arming up and cleaning weapons, and a few people are actually forging better equipment.
By the 9.
And
Oh my God.
slowly you pierce in further, and you see a man who is sitting on a throne
Gold armor?
in a sort of an audience chamber. And it's a rather young individual, it seems, probably closer to around his, like, just he's nearing maybe 30, getting close. But he's seems a little distracted, and he's talking to someone who you can't quite see in front of him because the scrying's mostly focusing on this young person.
Enhance.
He's growling and just like, I don't see why you visit us. I already told you, Volan wants this done.
Oh,
I don't care what your master says. We need this assistance. We're facing problems.
And we can't see who he's talking to.
No, but you hear a voice.
And a
It
lawnmower.
sounds deeper, almost as if it's speaking through metal, going, "The great Vegir Cole sent me because this place is important. You
Spell
do
that?
not know what is going on. Your Volan, be he intelligent, would give me this place." The man waves off the common. "This is our home now. I don't care what you say, creature. I'm in command here. You do not insult me." Slowly you see the vision sort of pull out a little bit, and you see glimpses. You just see whoever he's talking to, appears to be cloaked. but the cloak is barely hiding much. It's over his head, but it seems like it's just barely even covering the armored form. It's the guy's standing to be about 9 feet tall, and he is
Oh,
about
no.
every bit as 500 pounds, at least. The man looks like he could be... He looks like he could just take apart, like, take apart ramparts on his own, essentially.
What color is he? Or is
You
the
can't
cloak
tell.
obscuring that?
You can't tell just due to the lighting. It's not a very well-lit place.
And he's the guy with the tinny voice?
Yeah.
Would he sound anything like someone I'd know?
Potentially.
I wasn't thinking of anyone in particular, but can I surmise that he might be a Warforge?
You can make a investigation check. Just sort of perception check.
Oh,
Actually,
sorry,
better
okay.
idea.
Perception.
You're not very wise.
You can tell that he's wearing armor, but you can't really tell if he's himself Warforged.
All right. I was focusing on the voice, but all right.
Yeah. But I mean, based off the voice, you can just tell that maybe he just is wearing a helmet.
Okay.
So
No, that makes sense.
What color is his armor?
you can't tell.
Oh, okay.
What?
Color is
Eventually,
smoke.
there's sort of a period of silence between the pair. For the young man at the quasi throne, it seems like it's a broken throne because it used to be some sort of seat of power. He stands up, says, "Know this. Tell your lord, this Vaegir Cole, whoever he is, he will not have my fortress. He will not have this. And you can go piss off for all I care." There's another period of silence. Fine. I have been asked kindly to not butcher your men. But know this. And he steps forward, and you can see glinting off of his armor that he reaches up a hand, and you can tell the right-hand side of his body is malformed and misshapen. It looks like he has just sort of somehow replaced part of his body with metal.
Oh fuck, I know who
Oh,
it
great,
is.
it's Alphonse
And-
Elric.
I know who it is.
And
I'm
you
sorry,
can
go ahead.
see through the right arm, it is just this colossal claw. Like these bladed fingertips that reach forward. He says, "If I had been asked to claim this seat, I would not hesitate to flay you alive and hang you from the ramparts."
Such craftsmanship.
You say that, but you notice that it's basically looks like someone has been fusing armor to themselves.
Yeah. Such craftsmanship.
He takes down his hood for a moment, and you can see that it is a person, at least it seems to be, but it looks like they've sort of fused metal onto their bodies in grotesque fashions. He's got plates like over his cheeks and on one of his eyes, and you can see that his eyes themselves look like they are almost made of metal with a glowing white center.
He looks like the orcs from Warhammer 40k.
More like a Chaos Space Marine.
Ooh, damn.
Only less demonic and more just metal jutting from him. His hair itself, which seems to be messy and unkempt, actually shines, and you can tell that it's almost like brass wiring.
Oh fuck.
Oh, this
And
thing reeks of that thing we killed.
And he steps forward a few times, and you can tell that his gait is almost unnatural in that it doesn't sort of seem to move correctly, but he seems to move with a grace that he, even though he doesn't move right, that he can move quickly. He goes, "But you can have your death. It will not be at my hands, unfortunately. I have work to do. The hunter comes. And I must be away. to kill again. The man just sort of shrugs and he just doesn't take this threat seriously at all. He goes, "Fine, get out of here. Know this. Tristan Valor does not run from you, pitiful creatures.
Son of a bitch!
I run this town, this fortress, and I'll run this region if I'm given the chance. Take your lord and tell him to stick his... stick it where the dungeon she just seems to, like, devolve into just nothing. And it's just like, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was speaking Draconic again.
Speaking in angerish. And you see that there's a smile, like a distorted smile form on the creature's face as it just walks closer. Well, I didn't... He seems to stop for a moment. He won't begrudge me this. And he cocks his arm back, and you just seem to fade out.
What?
And the mage just sort of puts his hands down, breathes heavily, and goes, "Oh, I don't know what is going on. But that place is rather warded."
We
have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, just thank you for your service, and I just start walking out.
Yeah, Ledger's speed walking out. She wants to be out of underground, and we need to talk, like, now.
Did we ever catch this guy's
Tarek's
name?
looking at Ledger like she knows something because she squeezed him really tight when.
Well, she also yelled "son of a bitch" in the middle of the
Sorry.
Did we catch this guy's name?
Nope. Okay.
The
This Scryer, you mean?
The Scryer.
No, you did not.
Someone can ask him.
I was about to say, what would be the proper term for this type of individual? So I can be prim and proper.
My good Scryer, who cares?
I'm asking Sean, because I would know, but I don't know.
Almighty Scryer.
I want to address him respectively.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just mage, really, but...
Alright, good mage.
Hey,
Thank you for your assistance in this. If you have any inquiries further on this place, I would recommend mentioning it to your superiors. There may be evil afoot. If not...
The man
Go ahead.
looks at you and gives a nod. In any case, perhaps the Lord Alamand will talk to you. I believe you are that new adventuring party. Perhaps he will wish to sponsor you one day. In any case, be out of the tower. We have work to do.
And
Yes,
can we get a
good.
copy
Out
of
we
this at
go.
the gift shop?
Out we go!
Stop at the souvenirs.
Can I attempt to take that 500 gold away from him?
Oh my god.
Because Ledger let me go. I'm just saying.
It's
Can
gonna
I
be
help?
Attempt it if you wish.
Can I help distract him?
I've already left, so it's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gone too.
It's gonna be my ass that's gonna get fucking lynched.
It's me and him in the same room.
Sneaking around
Yeah.
and, just trying to pick his pockets.
Oh no, while I'm talking to him, he's picking his pocket. Dagnabbit, damn it. I'm gonna get busted for this, you son of a bitch.
You managed to take his own personal purse, but
I don't get the
you didn't take the other one.
Okay, so how much is in his personal purse?
About 50 gold.
Okay, so we save 50 gold.
Actually, you gained 50 gold. I didn't save anything. So,
Alright, we're out of here before he gets
Yeah,
any ideas.
Gone. Come on. Now. Move it.
Okay.
so the throne room we saw, there weren't 4 thrones, just the one?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was symbolic then.
And we got more than a
So-
few names.
Did they mention that Volan guy?
Yep.
They did mention Volan.
Around.
They mentioned Volan, Tristan, and I'm not sure if it was Vader.
Come
Beg your
sit. now. Come sit. Now. Come sit.
Are we-
Now. We're going somewhere and I'm telling you everything.
I was sure you were talking to your dog or something.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. You guys are like, oh, we had a bunch of names. And I'm like, I have this intel. Sit. We need to talk about this. I'm sorry.
As long as you don't try to squeeze and pop my eyes out again.
I say we just go
Not a
back to
stress
the
ball.
We go back to the Golem's arm.
And also this hunter guy. Let's not forget him.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Let's let Ledger speak. I don't want to yell that again.
Shouldn't we
I'm
go?
sorry, guys.
Shouldn't we go and tell Talon about this, and you tell us on the way?
We'll get to that. Let's talk about it first.
Save some time, but okay.
I really don't want to have this conversation within earshot of the public. Like, we're not even in the tavern. We're in, like, the basement storeroom. We asked Broskov if we could go in there. That's where we're going. And she's gonna...
Actually, not allowed in the basement.
Oh,
No.
come on.
Because they're renovating.
Underground anyway.
I don't, but for this, she would have. I really don't want to have to cram all these people in my room.
It's okay.
Alright, we'll try that. Hopefully the 9-foot behemoth doesn't break my floor.
What the
You managed to all squeeze into the room.
I'm
Alright.
safe at the top of our tax.
Okay.
Alright, she locks the door and she goes,
Miss Ledger?
the first thing I have to say to you is, I learned of a creature from Talon's own past called the Crim. And when I was training with him the other day, he
Training quotation marks.
she draws her sword and points it at
Let her finish.
Training, as in to kill you. Now then, he mentioned such a creature. He said to me, if we see something of metal and flesh, that we need to run. He doesn't think anybody can defeat this creature, and I believe we just saw it.
Alright, we can take him.
Very well. I don't even know how a creature like that would be theorized. I have contemplated the idea of meshing mechanism and flesh, but that thing did not seem right.
Not with humane thoughts.
3 words. Wizard did it.
Even then. But it is remarkably similar to that. Fuck! I keep forgetting what the name of the damn thing was.
The Manticore.
Thank you, the Manticore, which was also an abomination.
So
That
what
is
we're
true.
saying is,
Our enemies are powerful and they don't care for nature.
what are those things called? Alchemy creates abominations. What are those called? Oh shit.
Homunculus?
Homunculus. Yes. That's what I think about when I think about it.
Very well. Continue, Miss Ledger.
Well, I don't... Okay then.
That's some nice theme music.
Right? I don't know if it's relevant at this point anymore, because we may have just watched his death, but the young man sitting on that throne is also from my hometown. He was something of a little shit the entire time we were growing up.
So this is your ex-boyfriend.
No.
God. Tarek, this time I grab him and put my hand over his mouth.
I subtly high five Tarek.
Yeah, you're both getting death glares.
Hold on.
No, we were childhood rivals because I got into the military and he didn't. He always begrudged me the fact that I could lead. I had some semblance of what he saw as power. He wanted it for himself, and frankly, he's apparently been spreading rumors that I'm not the most kind-hearted person in the world back home. I didn't think he was involved in this until just now. But I don't know what it means that he and Volan are both alive.
Well,
Or at least they were.
Well, do you have any theories on why he would become to power?
Why he would come to power?
Yes, if he has no military background, he must have some redeeming quality.
I'm thinking he made a deal with someone.
Even then, that's still a quality.
He had
Yeah.
something to give to be able, to
And
just
that's
sell
more
soul.
dangerous.
Yes, but what qualities do you need to become a bandit lord?
The devil does not seek the strong, he seeks the willing.
Mm-hmm.
We saw about like 300 bandits in that place.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sure
There
were
was
300
an army.
bandits?
I don't know. Were they bandits? I think we lost our DM for a bit.
It was
They appeared to be.
They appeared to be? Okay.
It was a militant force. They were forging weaponry. They were not even purchasing
They are-
it.
They're preparing, but I don't know for what.
We couldn't see what kind of armor they were preparing. Like it wasn't
they
gold.
they were like not saddling up, but they were prepping as best as they could do. They were forging better weapons than they had.
How are we supposed to fight 300 guys?
With
With
300 of
don't-
our own.
force.
Easy.
don't-
One at a time.
We take out the top and hopefully the rest crumble.
So we gotta sneak in after all. You know, get past all the guys to get to the head guy.
Don't we have to
Yeah,
have their
but in a full
Well-
in a full keep, we are not sneaking past that many individuals. I do not care how crafty the halfling is. That is an army.
Based on what we just watched, it may be moot to try to take out Tristan. If he's answering to Rickard, who's not there, based on the conversation they had, we still won't be taking off the head to take that tower. We don't know where Volan is.
Ugh.
But I fear if we don't at least interfere with the plans there.
Now we need to snuff out this entire force.
We do,
I feel like-
but we
I feel like
cannot
this
go that
requires-
high. This individual has power, he has security, and he has weapons. If we remove his employer, he gains all power. That will just set off a chain reaction, and he will storm the city. It doesn't matter if
think
he'll lose; he'll take half of it with him. We need
Based
his
on what-
we need his demise.
I hate to resort to this, and I hope we don't have to, but how many explosives can you make, Arcanos?
Not nearly enough.
Okay.
It took them 3 days to make one
That's true.
question mark. So,
Which I hope was powerful. I was just looking for like a 2D4 bomb. I don't even know what the fuck this is gonna do.
It's a water balloon.
We have another problem on our hands. If that creature is the Crim, Talon won't support this endeavor.
So we don't mention it.
But we know the Crim isn't. We know the Crim isn't part of their regime or group.
Why? What?
No,
it
but
looks,
do you really want to be in the crosshairs of two warring parties?
You're right.
it
and
looks
he
like
mentioned-
it looks like he was departing. Whatever it was,
Yes.
he was
But
not
he
welcome.
He was told not to kill all those men. He just raised his hand to kill Tristan before the scry faded.
He could have just been punching him.
Yeah, I don't think he was killing him. I think he was.
Or he sensed
That-
us.
He looked. Yeah, that's possible. But he looked to be at least someone who follows orders. He did mention that his master, I believe, a Fager or Vager Cole,
big gear cold.
Fakir Cole, something like that. His master. Do we know anything about that name? Can we make any check for that?
I'm making
can make a
history
history
on it.
check.
Oh,
History
fuck
check.
yeah. Apparently I'm good on history.
I have a 0 in this. Let's go. That 20.
Yeah,
Never
we
mind.
do.
69. Okay.
69.
Can I do a
Really?
history check because this seems to be revolving around my childhood now, which is really terrifying. Shit!
Oh god.
She's traumatized.
Yep.
You need to
Meanwhile,
read
the man
more.
who spent a good chunk of his life in a library might know something.
None of you know even have heard of the name Vagier Call.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm
afraid nothing.
This?
If
Yeah.
nothing else,
He seems to answer to a master. He mentioned a hunter. That sounded very cryptic and honestly a little.
Didn't he say the hunter? Like it was a
The
title?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're dealing
Yeah,
with
I
several
guess-
powered individuals here.
What if? Oh, we have no way of knowing though.
If we
I was
can,
gonna say, Crim's forces attack the bandits at the same time, but then we have a more powerful group that we can't possibly handle if we can't handle these bandits.
if I may,
Yes.
if we can get to Lord Talon and have Talon fund another scrying, a larger one, that we can gather some actual people of power within Crossroads, we might be able just to rally the entire city guard. We could
That'd be a
fund an
good
army in
idea.
a week.
Would that be a good idea? Because then they have to charge almost a 3-day walk and leaves the city.
We would not leave the
Defenseless.
entirety of the city
Well,
defenseless.
six-day walk all around.
Right.
Because coming back.
That's 6 days where we have to take a force of at least 400 to overwhelm them.
And the thousand fangs,
We're
1,000
weakening
strong.
the city. Is it really 1,000 fangs? Because the crazy 88 was not 88 people. Just saying.
Well, maybe if we pay for the more expensive scry and we make the head of the Tower of Elements aware, maybe just for the sake of saving their own asses, they'll ward the city while we're gone.
But okay.
Or rain
someone
fire
mentioned
and
that
death.
Someone mentioned he waves his hand. Maybe he could sense the scry. What if this is a trap to get us to send all these forces to leave Crossway weakened?
I have a feeling that they know that we at least know of them, because do remember I mentioned this a couple days ago, our in our adventure sorry, that burning of Goblin's Rest, they knew we were at least gonna try something.
Right.
No.
So, and also I'd like to point out that the vision that Ledger described to us, the Four Thrones, the Shadow Man, that wasn't there.
We did see a man cloaked in shadow.
Yeah, so kind of. I assume that whatever Ledger saw first was symbolic. 4 seats of power.
The mythical prince coming into town. The pugilant child sitting in the fortress. A third individual commanding an abomination unto man. Maybe there are 4 seats because there is but 1 seat of power. Perhaps we are about to see Crossway in the crosshairs
Yeah.
of several individuals. If none of them know what's going on, but all of them are planning to attack at the same time, say the tournament, when there would be a large number of people and the guards distracted. And some of the strongest heroes the realm knows, all in one location.
So it's not about taking any of them out. It's about bolstering the defenses of Crossway. Then
I fear that a bolster versus Urak, the bandits, and whatever abomination that guy was, I don't think we could bolster enough.
If we bolstered the city, they could fight each other.
I don't think we could take out either of them either.
Yeah, I know.
They could fight each other.
We can't weaken all those forces.
None of them would share power. It is clear by their attitudes.
Could the vision of Urak... Sorry, go ahead.
The only viable solution is to turn them on themselves. We have seen that they're those, at least between Tristan and I guess the Grim, that there's some bad blood between them.
That's clear.
Because they both wanted the tower, wasn't it?
Yes, they wanted the Lone Tree Fortress. So who's to say that these abominations will even attack Crossway? They don't seem to be too interested yet.
What in the hell is in Lone Tree?
Lone Tree. It's that fortress that at least that's what we think, right? Like,
yes.
A lone tree is emblazoned on the door. That's either what the tower is called or what the organization is called. Not really sure, but that's the location.
And I'm speaking of the location. What the hell could be there that would be so damned important?
There's only one way to find out. Well, 2 ways, I guess. Scrying or infiltrating.
Hey guys, on the matter of infiltrating, I just remembered I overheard in the tower that they have the capability of teleportation. So
typically that requires a predestined destination, and I would be terrified to teleport into whatever pre-designed destination is within that tower.
There are magics, albeit powerful and probably expensive, that can take you without a predetermined destination.
We could get Talon to help fund this and get him to, amass.
You strike a good point.
Why don't we get his input on all of this?
We need to tell Talon. This is no longer a theoretical war. This is an actual one.
Before we just go, which I agree we should, I'd like to propose, what if Urak, the vision we saw, they were going into a burning Crossway. What if they were going to fight and not Crossway, whatever was attacking Crossway? I don't believe they had the best intentions of saving Crossway, but it's possible.
They said we burn the region for Urak.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
He actually declared that. Now, do I think they want Lone Tree as well? Maybe not. Maybe they're just looking for manifest destiny, but I don't know what's more pressing at the moment, but this is pretty damned important.
Yeah.
Regardless,
agree.
we now know of one confirmed militant force that could launch at a second's notice and take the city before it had any chance. We must go to Talon immediately.
I say our timetable got moved up, so we gotta take down this fortress.
Yeah.
It is best to
sooner.
assume we cannot join this tournament, even it will even exist in that frame. We must go
Alright.
to Talon.
Yeah, we were
Okay,
going
so-
to tell him.
As we step out of Ledger's room, she scribbles a quick note and asks Broskov or Numenon, whoever's there, to please get it to Lazar's home, where Adrian
Yes.
is staying, and to have him come to Lord Talon's estate at once to meet her there.
Okay. Roskop gives a nod and gives a whistle. Nobanon leaps up from a table and walks over.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever, we're in a hurry. We're already out the door at this point.
Yeah, I pass him a gold piece, tell him to go deliver the message to Adrian at Lazar's estate, and off we go to Talon. Like, she
Yep.
runs to catch up. Okay.
You return to Talon's home and you see the guards immediately part for you.
That's more like it.
Nodded at them. I
Yeah.
nodded at them.
I don't think that's a good sign.
Well, you know, Ledger's here, so.
It didn't work last time.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
he
but
saw you again. And
He wasn't there last time.
Alright.
It's fine.
We
Let's
get
go.
inside.
they only let the mistress in when he's there.
Ugh. She steps on his foot and keeps going.
Okay.
I need some steel toes
I can get you some.
Alright.
that don't impose stealth.
I imagine they pointed us where we were going.
Yep. They immediately lead you to a small parlor where Talon is actually polishing his armor at the moment.
Huh. Apology
He
again.
looks up to you. He's like, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you guys again today."
Yeah,
I'm
we
Sorry we keep intruding on your day, but
I'm afraid,
We have
Lord
more
Talon,
news.
we have bad news.
Well, I didn't anticipate you guys usually coming all together. Usually don't give good news on your first time showing up.
Crazy?
it's sad that he's right.
we've made a reputation for ourselves.
Well, on the other hand, you guys take care of business. So, what is the issue?
I'll fill him in on the state of Lone Tree.
I think he'd rather hear it from Ledger.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll all corroborate the story.
No, I don't want to feel like I'm like playing on his emotions. Arcanos can take this one.
No, I step on Arcanos' foot.
To which I immediately look down, lift my foot, and he's now like at shoulder height, just like, what are you doing?
Distracting you! Ledger, go!
Oh, for God's sake.
No, just Arcanos does it, yeah.
He could read me like a book. I think it's pretty obvious I wouldn't bullshit him. Sean?
Well, like a-
I have a clarification
I
question.
filled him in.
Are you filling him in on the crim too? Or what I think is the crim too?
I recount
Oh,
the
totally.
details to the letter.
Okay. So he knows now.
You tell him everything, and he listens rather intently. But the moment that you bring up the creature, he seems to stop everything he's doing. He just looks at you and stares at you.
Goodness.
And then when you're done, he stares at you a little while longer.
Lord Talon?
Closes his eyes, looks down. He tries to talk for a few moments before, but it doesn't seem like anything's coming out before he simply sets everything off to the side, puts his head in his hands and starts to loudly inhale and exhale, obviously just sort of trying to keep himself composed in some way.
I call one of his servants over to get him some tea or something.
Arcanos, you made him cry.
He's processing. Lord's process.
All right, Ledger
Ledger
turns
holds
to them and goes, just give us a minute, and if the person I sent for comes to the door, please have the guard let him in. And she kind of like waves them out of the parlor for a minute.
I still wanted to get him that tea.
Or all of us.
All of you, like out for a
Yeah.
second, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Bow chicka wow wow.
I,
just
Oh
gonna
my
perch
God.
on a table.
What do I roll
That's
to
fine.
pimp smack him?
I respect I respect her wave and waltz out.
All right.
Where can I get some ale in this place?
She just, she warned them that she was expecting someone else to show up in a second, or however long it takes them to get there. They're both in the Northern District, but she waits until they're alone. She just kind of like puts a hand on his shoulder, like coaxing him to take deep breaths and catch his calm back.
I'm narrating this all to the group.
Sneak! I forgot Treat was in there.
She just put her hand on his shoulder.
We also have the earphones.
Well,
Those have to
that's
be
all-
enacted.
You have to actually use those.
Yeah. He breathes heavily for a few moments and goes, "You can't go into that place anymore."
Damn.
Alan, we can't just leave this force to grow. We have to stop this. Whatever it is that Lone Tree is to these factions, we have to do something about it.
There's what can be done at this point. That creature's there.
We don't think he's still there. I don't.
Well, he seemed to be going on a mission and then leaving. He may not be there if we act quickly. He's operating from another corner.
If they want this, if we take it from them, they will come back.
Do you know what could be in that tower? What could be so important to everyone?
No, that place is old, ancient. It was abandoned for a reason. It's barely fit for a siege. We're gonna have to break that place. We
If
have
we
to
destroy
just
it, they'll have no reason to come back. You're absolutely right.
burn it from foundation to the tallest tower. If it's all gone, maybe they'll leave it alone.
And I know how to do this.
You don't have to come with us.
If you're going, I have to come with you. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. We have to show the others. If this is a growing threat, we have to show them somehow. We need to use the Tower of Elements, show every noble what this threat is. They'll contribute. We'll get something there.
Okay.
And if that creature is still there, I demand, not ask, I demand that you run if you find him. Skin. I couldn't stab him. The one
wait.
time we met, he broke my blade by simply taking it. I can't run the risk of anything happening to you, your friends. Be unforgivable in my eyes.
Well, for now, we're just gonna have to hope that it doesn't come to that.
Fine. We need to get preparations underway immediately. I'll try to summon as many of them as I can.
Alright, so she just kind of like subtly touches the earring and goes, okay. Like, come back, guys.
Alright.
I'm not walking back in the room. I'm leaving, and going to, not leaving yet. Like not this, but I'm going to Arcosius. Like after hearing Trick do all that, which by the way I found kind of rude.
Oh, hush.
I tried to tune it out,
Wait,
but I
what
was
did
too
she do?
curious.
Nonetheless,
I had Treat in the room, and I was narrating all that was going on.
Nice. Okay.
I'm
Nonetheless,
like, okay, they're just talking now.
I felt the need that I need to talk to Arcosius, so if anyone wants to come with me, I'm leaving now. I want to get there as fast as possible.
I want to
So-
go with Artex.
Okay. And then I'm telling you guys to handle whatever preparations you need with Talon, but
Be swift
I
as
figured
this.
this
Be
does-
swift as the
this can-
Centaurian paladin.
and I pick up Tarek and
He has his own horse.
Yeah, I know. I'm grabbing my horse and then yeah.
Okay,
Off we
I got my pony.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself till you guys finish this up.
Before you guys leave, the city, you're actually stopped by Nomenon,
Oh, hello.
and we will pick up on that in a moment. So,
Uh-oh.
after about 10 or 15 minutes, Adrian Karsk comes in to the complex with Boltus Lazar quickly following behind him.
Wait, who's that guy?
That Adrian is my old CO from the military, and he's staying with Lazar, so that prick's here now.
Which one's Lazar, though?
Lazar's not that much of a douche though.
Lazar's
No,
the
I
guy
thought he was a
who
prick, I'm
is-
sorry.
Well,
Lazar's the one that
it-
we
You're
found the
thinking
stuff
too much of my story.
in
Sorry.
Stuff for.
The one that we got the like locket and stuff. Wasn't that Lazar?
Lazar's the one who
The
dropped
nobles.
off
That was
Arcanos.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy who Coat is actually championing for.
Right, that guy.
Alright, so he's not that. Oh, well, Ledger doesn't know.
He's a little bit more holier than thou, but he's not bad.
Okay, so it's just a dude. Alright, so she takes a minute to, I don't remember if she remembers.
She's never met Lazar, so
Okay, but does Adrian know Talon? I don't remember that.
yes,
Okay.
that is
Were
where
they
he
at the
first heard
party
of Krim.
together?
Okay, so, what?
He was at Talon's party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there, yes.
Adrian was at the party. We ran into each other. That's how she knew he was in the city. So she quickly fills them in on everything that's been going on, and like doesn't care who Lazar is, but she needed to talk to her CO.
Yep.
Right.
Adrian quickly sees you and sees sort of Talon, who looks a little
Shaken.
shaken, and quickly is just sort of like, "What is going on?" And Lazar just sort of looks at you all and says, "Yes, based off of the expediency with which you left, I was intrigued by what was going on as well. So I came."
Ill tidings may preside Crossway. Lord Lazar.
And gives you a dignified nod. What is the problem then? We already know that there are bandits in Crossway and in this Lone Tree place you were talking about.
I'm afraid it's escalated.
Yeah, there's a lot
do,
of bandits.
bandits do not travel in triple digits. They do not bear siege weaponry. They do not have a lord presiding over them. What lies in Lone Tree is an army. One that is prepped and ready at a moment's notice.
I was one who suggested that we get rid of this problem as quickly as possible. Is there a way that we can make sure of this?
Make sure of what? What we say?
Yes, what you
Just
say is
ask the
true.
scrying dude. He saw it.
We went to
Right.
the
We'll go
Tower of
scry and
Elemental Evil, and they were able to scry for us.
So we'll show every noble. We'll show everyone who could possibly provide arms for us.
Lazar nods. If this is as grave a threat as you say, you've done well by us before. I believe you. I will pay for the scryer to inform the lesser houses, and we will bring our arms to bear against this fortress. Luckily, with it being a little closer to Kerala, perhaps we can get some of their forces as well. Bring this place down around its ears.
Could not agree more.
Sounds like a party.
I would, however, interject that there may also be a third party interjecting for Lone Tree's control. We know little about them other than a few names.
Can you ascertain anything behind this third party's goal?
Do we have anything?
Which one's the third party? The gold medal people?
No,
Gold
no,
armor?
no, no, no. The guy who, the Claw Hand, his dudes.
Ask Lazar if he knows that name. Viger Cole? Vigor Cole?
Vigor Cole
Yeah.
and the Kree.
The Crim and the Hunter. Those were the only names that got dropped by that guy.
Krim, the other. Yeah, so I'll essentially retell them what we saw in the vision or in the scrying.
He scratches his chin. I've never heard of these people. This was definitely interesting. I will try to see if my contacts know anything.
Very well. Whatever it is, regardless of what may lie in that damnable tower, that fortress will need to fall. We cannot allow them to grow stronger by the minute.
Lazar nods and says, "We'll make sure that this is all taken care of before the end of this week. The tower owes me a favor, and I intend on collecting on it."
Very well. I mean, damn. It's like, I got nothing. It sounds like the army's gonna go to head, and we're just like, mission complete. It's like,
In any case, I believe that your time is going to be fast approaching if you're going to be infiltrating and cutting the head off of this snake, or at least this part of the Hydra, so to speak.
with honor and pleasure, my lord. I say, just kind of like flexing a little bit. Not like
Ugh.
uber flexing, but just like I tense up slightly, and you can sort of hear like a popping sound, like taking a dent out of a car.
Anyway, Lazar gives a nod, and Adrian looks at you, looks at Ledger, and says, "Well, this is most certainly interesting. Can't say you ever live an unexciting life.
I like this
I'll contact home and see if there's anything regarding whatever happened to that little shit."
Can you also check in on my father while you're there? Have the dwarves fortify the farm. I don't want anybody there that shouldn't be.
He nods. "Of course, I will have everything taken care of. You two, good hunting when it comes time to it."
Very well.
Thank you.
Good morrow. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it, because I'm that kind of guy. Lord Talon.
Talon looks up to you.
I understand this may not be the best of times, but was there any progress made on... If we are to spearhead this assault, I would like to be prepared. And I prepare better by my own hands than that of which I can purchase in a foundry. Is there any chance some work has been made?
Give me a day. Just one.
Very well, my lord. If there's anything else you require from us.
He shakes his head. "No, you can go."
Bow. I sort of like give the hand wave over to Ledger so that we can like give him some space, because feels like he needs it. And questioning where the hell that maid was with the tea.
Hey,
And we leave.
what is it, Numenon?
You guys stop and goes, glad I caught you guys. Broskov actually wants to show you something back at the bar."
The whole group?
Well, I mean, eventually the whole group, but
Alright. But I assume this is happening meanwhile, right? Like,
yeah.
okay. Alright, I'm like, alright. I turn my horse around back to the Golem Czar.
It's like, oh wait, pit
Definitely
stop.
following him.
We're going back, Tarek.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'll turn this horse around.
You guys return to the golem's arm. Broskov sort of stands cross-armed in front of you. Goes, as you may have been knowing, I been improving the bar, the
Yes.
basement specifically.
Mhm.
I wish to show you some of these improvements.
Oh, okay.
Do
I've heard these situations. I need an adult.
me,
I'm
Ledger,
an
and
adult,
Trickery
Eric.
show up at this
I
time?
am an adult.
Damn it, not DBZ abridged again.
I am an adult. Anyway, Broskov waves you over and starts going down the stairs. And you can see as you head downstairs that the basement has been rather impressively expanded. And not in the way that you would expect for a bar. There's a whole nother section of the basement now that has apparently been dug out in the week that you guys have started seeing him take stuff. And that's where all of the kegs have been moved to. The rest of the basement has been converted into what looks like a planning room. Above it, there is like a plaque that has your specific group's name on it.
We have
And
a war room.
there's various other rooms that have been added to the basement, in addition to sort of a small section that has been carved out elsewhere. He goes, I figure since you guys do good by me, and your family pretty much, that I build you a home, a real place to fight and plan and do your duties, so to speak. You're official now. You have Broskov support.
I'm gonna have
I
to
just
rebuild the
run over there,
Minecraft
I
base.
just give Broskov a hug.
Hey,
Can
I
I call
grabbed-
you Uncle Broskov?
You're not there.
Yes, I also have Crazy Smith Man. He Greek.
He Greek.
He points over. I have him make something special.
Oh.
He walks over to a room, opens the door, and shows you down a hallway. And in it, you see a mirror, or at least what looks to be two mirrors that were fused together.
Oh,
Oh.
him.
What is it?
And he,
Bastard made a quicksilver portal.
Shh, just let's listen. Let's listen.
he taps on the sort of the frame of the mirror, and the mirror shifts and twirls, and eventually, the image centers on a hallway within that you can recognize from within the ruins. He figured you guys might need to see him every now and then,
Yeah.
so he made a tunnel. In a sense.
I look at Tarek and I'm just, well, that's convenient. And Broskov, I don't know how to repay you. That this is amazing. And
I'm still hugging Broskov's legs.
and I give him the whole like military like handshake. I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
Are me, Ledger, and Trickery here?
No, you
Yeah.
guys.
You guys are getting there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If you ever need anything, you've got us. You know that. And
Broskov nods and says, yes. I'm still improving. Gonna make rooms for you people. Especially some with windows. It's a basement, but it needs to be a home.
I've never done this before, but instead of picking his pockets, I'm going to try to slide like 10 gold into his pockets.
If he catches you, it's gonna be bad.
so then later on, he's just, oh no,
Oh
no.
You touch his leg from when he just sort of looks at you quizzically, and you're just like, "Oh, not gonna."
You didn't even get close. Just like, oh.
I just sort of stroked his pockets.
In any case, you can still stay upstairs for now, but yes, enjoy.
I'm sure.
Home.
Oh, I'm sure Coat would want me to ask. Where's the Manticore skull?
The Manticore skull? It's being lacquered right now.
Ah, all right.
Look good when it's black and angry looking.
I agree. So I
I
suppose
can't find a magnet, but somebody invented shellacking?
There's no Mormons yet. Anyway,
Oh.
Damn
I-
juggalos.
All right, Tarek. I suppose we wait for the rest of the party then. They'll probably want to see this.
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. So I'm gonna start looking around all. How many rooms are there down here?
There's a few. There's one that actually looks like it's in a few days it'll be built into a decently sized forge with even some vents out there in order to, get
Wait,
rid
wait,
of
wait.
things.
So we can take this bag of holding that's got all these damn tools in it, and we can put them all in there.
Yeah, we can put it right here.
We could take all these tools and push them over there.
Um, then.
I don't. You shouldn't.
yeah, wait, how do you have what the fuck? Wait.
That was really confusing.
Because I get 5 dex, 2 proficiency, and then I'm expertise. So I double my
Oh.
proficiency.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Oh no, that actually makes sense.
Did you take a feat in it?
Yeah.
I automatically get to choose 2 skills to be either sleight of hand, disguise kit, and
Yeah, but I thought that just means you add your proficiency. If
But he
you're
takes expertise, which means he doubles it.
expertise. Doubles my
expertise.
It's a bard thing as well. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we wait for the rest of the party to show up and then show them around.
It's fairly incomplete at this point in time, but he was just like, "Oh shit, you guys are leaving. I need to tell you guys this before you guys waste time."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Couldn't be neat.
But basically, it's got like several rooms that are unfinished, so that it's just sort of like, yeah, these rooms are unfinished, and they'll be done eventually for actual sleeping quarters. But then there's like the room with the mirror. There's a forge that's being built. There's the room with all the kegs and such for his own use,
Of course.
for the bar, and then there's the main room, which is sort of like a common area / planning room.
Is there enough room in the forge to put like a what is it called? Crap. Test of 1,000 bells. Basically a figurine with 1,000 bells on it for pickpocketing training.
Uh,
I could
There's
probably
a
try to
room
make
that-
you one of those.
I totally want one of those. I gotta have one. Sorry.
Ooh,
Put that in.
man.
I'll make them of several sizes, so you can train on small creatures, medium creatures, large creatures, huge creatures.
Yes.
Well, seeing as Krieg and Arcusius are basically neighbors right now, I'm gonna step in there, and if anyone wishes to come with me, they may. And I tap the mirror and take the first plunge. Hopefully, it doesn't kill me.
you wind up in a volcano.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
It was a tarp. It was a tarp.
Damn it, Krieg!
You wake up in
From
Narnia.
galaxies away, you hear. But no, you step through and you walk out of the fused 2 mirrors on the other side, and you feel a little weird because you just traveled in some strange magical portal made by a smith, but overall you feel intact.
Well, where are we exactly? Which hall?
You're
Not exactly. Like, are we next to Krieg's place? Arcusius?
you're just sort of like right to the left of the entrance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was gonna say, do I feel a feeling of deja vu, like I'm gonna get sliced in half? That hallway, but no, we're left of the entrance. I'm good.
Yeah, okay. I'll say hi to Krieg later, but I'm gonna move over to Arcusius.
All right.
Is anyone else coming, or is it just me and Tarek?
No one else is there.
I
that's
don't
just
think
me.
I can get any more rituals at this point, so I'll stay behind.
Also, Ledger has some serious problems with being underground until there are windows.
I'm gonna create the illusion of a window.
That could work, actually.
It works for minors.
No.
I'm
Take
just
a
waiting
marker and
for us
draw
to
on the
get
wall.
there.
Yeah, just draw a portrait. This is a
Look,
window.
a window.
Look, a little sun, some sky, and some grass.
I'm gonna knock on the door as we're walking in. Just Arcusius? Hello?
The Archmage slowly sort of pulls himself together from the ether and goes, "Yes, how may I assist you?"
I have some questions. You were the one who told us of the sovereigns, I believe. You were.
I did, yes.
Yes. and the void one. What do you know of a... Let me get the name. Vague, I can't pronounce these names.
Vagur Cole.
Vagur Cole, or something like that, yeah. What do you know anything of that name?
No,
Or the
that is not a name that I am familiar with.
or the Crim?
Okay. Furthermore, a Crim, or if not the name specifically, cyborg-like entities, half metal, half man.
That is unheard of.
Yeah, you'd think so.
What about a douchebag named the Great and Powerful Zol? Just, maybe.
I roomed with him in college. No.
So nothing on Crim or
No.
metal man abominations?
No, I'd never heard of anything of that sort.
A hunter?
How many sovereigns were there?
There were 4.
4.
Aha!
Quick guess, one is a shadow/void.
Well, the true forms are...
Ooh.
I cannot even remember. It's been so long. But one of them... The only one... In any case, they're all creatures of shadow.
Oh. We've asked you about the lone tree. That I'm sure of. One of our own had a vision in which she saw 4 thrones of power, and on one there was a man of shadow or void or that sat upon it. And then when we looked into the actual place in our real world, not a vision world, there was but one throne that seemed broken and destroyed. Could that mean anything to you?
He scratches his... He sort of moves his hand through his ghostly beard and he says... All 4 thrones are occupied, though you may not have seen their occupants. They are trapped in their world. Are you sure those 2 parts of the vision are related? That's the question.
We don't know, but we have reason to believe that they're both of the same fortress.
Was there anything that this creature did?
My memory fails me. If I recall, he pointed a finger?
He reached towards what, the ledger vision?
Yes.
Yeah, he reached towards me, and it was almost like he hit a barrier, and then the barrier began to crack, and he started to leak through it.
Yes. Do I recall that, or am I not able to say that to him?
I'll just have it go.
Okay.
He thinks for a few moments. The leader of them, the leader of the sovereigns, called Arik Bryn, the eternal king of the dark. It is rumored that his form is broken. Usually depicted among his cultists as a bandaged figure, because his form can barely hold itself together. However, it has been rumored, because of these cultists' very existence, that this was intentional on his path. That he broke his form in order to slip through the cracks, to bless, in his own way, his followers. But it is impossible to prove, though your vision may show you a bit of truth.
And then, on a final note, The title of the hunter, I believe this might be a more recent thing. You may not know about it, but I figure it was worth asking.
Whenever we faced cultists of the Sovereigns, there was always one with a title, though that title changed. But it is a member of a group, though how old this group is and how recent it may have been reformed is unknown to me. But they always took titles. They called themselves the Harbingers.
Harbingers? Of what? The end?
Of the Sovereigns. They seek to free these creatures from their prisons, to plunge the world into darkness once more. And this time, with the gods having fractioned into good and evil, it is going to be a much more difficult fight if they ever get free.
Thank you for your time. I have nothing more unless Tarek does. And,
Yeah, one last thing. Do you have any books on the effects of ingesting pure magic?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ingesting pure?
I believe
Who would be fool enough to ingest? Can you even ingest aethosite?
We have witnessed this. Oh,
Yeah, dude eats it like candy.
yeah.
Unless it actually was candy.
or Molly.
It is a foolish, dangerous prospect. Though there have been rumors that it does enhance an arcane ability, it is also intentionally terribly damaging to your system. We let the magic flow through us in order to cast spells, but to ingest it and have it forced into our system is... It depends entirely on how one's body handles this sort of thing.
Has it been known to cause blindness?
I wouldn't be surprised if it caused death.
Would you say if someone was weaned off of this, they might regain
Oh, for fuck's sake.
their sight?
More likely that damage is done to them.
Do you... I actually have a follow-up question now that Tarek asked this. Do you feel that this is only possible for wielders of the arcane arts already? Not that I would want to ingest it myself, it looks terrible, but it's more of a just-in-case kind of thing for the future.
No, honestly, it's been rumored that it will improve your magical talents. But if it is true, it is intensely bad for you, to say the least.
Well,
Would it grant arcane powers to those who do not possess them then? In any way, do you know?
More than likely, you would have no outlet for which to expend the energy.
a ticking time bomb.
I see. Thank you for your time.
Is Arcanos with us?
I don't think so.
No, he's not.
I've just been waiting for you guys to
Okay.
like let us in.
That's fine. I have something to tell him.
What?
And then nothing. Alright. Well, thank you, Arcosius. I believe we are done here.
Nods. Do keep me abridged of this. I will do my own research.
I would appreciate that, and we will. Now that Krieg has basically created a doorway between your place and ours.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's what he took your mirrors for, apparently.
I wonder if he's got a little bit of a wizard in him.
That man's something, that's for sure. And... Yep. I'm gonna go say hi to Krieg. And thank him for the mirrors.
Well, the doors are shut at this point in time.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Yell
leave him a
through
note
them.
just saying hi.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'd like go to knock and then think about it. Like, no, I really don't want to talk to him. I was gonna do it out of like, I let Tarek write it.
It's almost illegible. It just says, just stop by to say hi. And I put my little X on there.
XOXO Tarek. Yeah, and then we go back, and Arcanos. We learned something about Aethersight,
Wait, am I
and
here
that
now?
is that. Well, we came back, I assume, unless we get stopped by
No, no.
some magic force.
No.
We're still traveling.
Okay.
That's the
Right.
problem.
No, I thought you guys made it back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Wait a
said that was
second.
happening at the same time.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I said we waited for you guys to come back.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, we
My
waited
bad.
for you guys. So so we can show you around. And then
Could use a little more height to the ceiling.
so Aethersight.
Hmm?
Evidently, if you can't channel it through, it could do some serious sorry, let me rephrase that. If you have no way to channel the magic out of your system, there's a way that it. Who knows what could happen? Arcosius didn't have specifics, but I'd assume that with enough, you'd get an explosion of sorts.
Well, my knowledge of the arcane is limited to the extent, but my studying of energies would concur to this. If you
Yes,
put a
and-
lot of force into an object that cannot release it, it will eventually release it in some way. That is how my weapons function.
I know you tinker, and I'm just saying, if we could ever get our hands on some of it, who knows what it could do.
I would have to speak to someone who's more adept with the arcane, but
Oh, I'm sure.
you are correct. With enough of it, it could theoretically create a raw magic explosion, but as daring as I am, even I know what should and shouldn't be messed with.
Nah, I've heard tales of
This-
Nagasaki, Hiroshima. Not a good thing.
Ah, yes, I've been to those continents. Not good.
Are you radioactive?
No,
Actually,
but my uncle Fat Man is, he's one of those guys.
Anyway.
Yes, if you could by chance find me a little bit of it, I could possibly, experiment with it, see what I can learn. Granted, far from the city.
I'll just be perfectly honest. I just thought it sounded really cool. It's, yeah.
Uncontrollable detonations
Also
do
note that
tend
he
to
was
be
talking
cool.
about living beings ingesting.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it did require testing. I don't even know what it's going to do.
Exactly.
It could dud. It could nuke.
Imagine we use it as a poison.
Oh, that would be a horrible poison.
Yeah, you put it in you put it in, say, 300 soldiers' food, and all of a sudden 3 of them explode. You, I don't know, detonate a tower?
I don't think that's how spontaneous combustion works, but
See,
I'll.
I don't know if that'll work because I have a feeling Aethersight's not exactly commonplace. But
Well, Amon gets it.
It's
He's
a
blind.
cool-
How does he find it?
it's a
Testing would
cool
have
idea.
many guinea pigs will give their lives to answer these questions, but that is for another time.
So now that I've gotten that out of the way, I gotta leave. Like actually.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later.
See you guys.
So yeah.
Who's leaving?
Vlad,
Vlad.
Let him.
Okay.
the paladin. But yeah, no. So wow, we have damn near a workshop going on. Could be a little taller. The vents for the floors are definitely nice. It could use some intake valves.
Still got a hoarding situation here, and what is with all of the dead cats?
What?
What?
It's hoarding. He hoards
Oh, I
everything.
thought you were doing like a Schrodinger's joke. I'm just like, I don't know. Are the potatoes alive or dead?
The potatoes are fine. They're the only
The
one in
potatoes
there.
are perfectly fine.
The infinite potatoes.
Yes.
All right.
Sack of potatoes.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I'll, I pretty much got nothing else to do, and I hope I can get something to do. So maybe I'll assist downstairs. See what sort of additions I could possibly theorize. I definitely wanted to try and bring up the idea of a shooting range. Something
A shooting range.
Something long but incredibly resistant to explosions, detonations, incendiaries, and other alchemical regions. For testing.
Right.
Mhm.
How about you make that? You do that somewhere else, like far away, So
Yeah,
you
I was
don't
gonna make it a
custody
long
Vince.
tube made of obsidian.
Mhm.
In any case, the day is slowly coming to an end.
Of course. Oh, did I get any response from my letters?
No,
Dude, it would take way too long to get a response from your letters. How far away is your brother and whoever else, the friend?
a ways.
The friend's
Yeah.
away. My brother has ways.
Just saying, you sent a messenger. It's not like they just instantly travel
Doesn't
there.
hurt to ask. I actually don't know how far away my mountain is from here, but I had to walk here.
As I said, a ways.
I mean, it could take weeks, months.
But yeah, eventually, as I said, the day is winding down.
Mhm.
So if there's anything you guys wish to do before,
Do we have to
Passing
make
out.
carousing checks?
yes, you can make carousing checks if you wish.
I would like to soak my feet.
That can be done too.
I
Um,
don't think I have anything to
Ledger's
help
gonna
with that.
take Ledger's gonna take the rest of the day to dig up the courage to not hyperventilate as soon as she walks into the basement. Once she can do it, she's gonna consider the day done and go up to bed.
I will try my hand at making another petrol bomb. Why not?
All right. Make a tinker check.
Yay! Please crit.
Aw.
Wrong crit.
You managed to figure out how not to put one together,
Oh, it's all over the floor.
and you spend the rest of the day cleaning up your mess.
You didn't fail 1,000 times. You just found 1,000
Actually,
ways
Amanda,
not
if
to
you
make
want to stick around for just a little bit more, you will be just a moment.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just like really quick, guys.
I
come on.
retract my buy then.
Yeah. But yeah,
Sounds
eventually you all head to bed and have another relaxing evening. Make a perception check.
Fuck.
All of us?
All of you.
Do I get advantage because I'm not asleep?
You don't need to make a perception check.
Oh,
I
okay.
am asleep.
Wait,
I might be too traumatized.
is Treat asleep?
Oh yeah, can Treat make a perception check?
Yeah.
Because I know he gets advantage on these.
What's the perception of an owl? Sean? I need to write this down.
Just add a 2 for now.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
2 or 3.
roll it. Sorry.
Wisdom of an owl.
That is some loud typing.
Oh, sorry, my microphone is right. Usually I mute it, but I forgot to
Yeah.
press it.
and-
It almost sounded like stomp. It was really good.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember that. Ugh.
Anyway, Ledger and Tarek, both of you stir for a moment. You can crack an eye open. You see it's sort of middle of the night, and you shift your gaze a moment to see a figure in each of your rooms with a long knife drawn.
Whoa.
And that is where we will end things.
Oh, you dick!
Damn
And I'm
it, Bernard!
downstairs! Damn it!
Son of a bitch.
And he left.
Wait, what?
Yep. Awesome.
Next time on The Southern War, shit gets real.
And we have to wait 2 weeks for this.
Yep.
Oh,
You are an ass.
Oh,
You
I wanna-
bastard.
To be honest, I wanted to get past this point, but oh well.
Yeah.
Might as well end with it.
Ah!
Oh, oh